futures, all with Chase. Freedom for kids, control for parents, one bank for both. Chase, make more of what's yours.
What do sadness or grief look like? We can't always know. Well-being starts here. The Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health is committed to your well-being. Take action for yourself, for your circle, for your community.
The best selection of furniture and mattresses anywhere. Plus a free gift with your purchase.
Right now at your homes, we'll pay the sales tax or get 60 months, no interest. Sleep on our Grid Tech Hybrid Queen mattress for around $1 a night. Now at your homes.
Good morning, I'm Annie Rose Ramos. A pro-Palestinian encampment here at USC is cleared out overnight with law enforcement ordering protesters to leave or they could be arrested. Coming up what things look like this morning. That's next.
And staying in your PJs is a definite benefit of remote work, many would say. But what about sending those emails in a bathing suit from a tropical beach? You won't believe how more and more Americans are getting away with hush workations.
And we did wake up to a little bit of rain this morning, though, but sunshine and windy, cooler weather this afternoon. We'll talk about that coming up.
And we know some animals can use tools to eat and survive, but would you believe they've cracked the key to medicine, too? Wait until you see what one primate was spotted doing for the first time ever.
With this Netflix is a Joke festival in town, isn't it great just having nothing but comedians for guests? And we've got another one coming up in the next hour. Very funny person, Leah Ruddick in studio. Coming up, entertainment.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us for the KTLA Weekend Morning News at 9 o'clock. I'm Lauren Lister.
Good Sunday morning, everyone. I'm Megan Tells. I almost forgot the day, Casey Montoya, but
I know.
Oh my God.
I would have believed you whether you said Saturday or Monday, though.
It's the weekend, baby.
All right, the Max Doppler looking so much different for us. Again, a little bit of light shower activity still in those mountains, but everyone else will be dry this afternoon. Windy conditions all across SoCal today, so just be prepared for that, and temperatures that are cool, below average. 62 downtown right now. It's 58 in Fullerton, 53 in Ontario, and 61 in Camarillo. And here's what we can expect for temperatures this afternoon. 70 for Long Beach, 68 in Chino, 42 in Big Bear today, and pretty mild, only 78 in Palm Springs. Back to you.
Casey, thank you. Our top story this morning, the pro-Palestine encampment at USC is now cleared out.
Protesters left peacefully this morning after dozens of LAPD officers came in to help with security. KTLA 5's Annie Rose Ramos joins us live from USC with the latest on this developing story. Annie Rose.
Hey ladies, good morning to you both. And the big headline out of that is that no arrests were made. A very different situation about a week and a half ago when that encampment was created, and we know that law enforcement came in. They made about 93 arrests, but this time, the second time around where they tried to clear it, no arrests were made. It was a peaceful situation. Now this is where we're at right now. We are standing in the university. We're still on the campus. The campus remains closed at this hour, but as you can see, we've been moved out of Alumni Park. They've moved us to this area, and they have completely blocked it with these barricades, with these barriers, I should say, these fencing up, so that we cannot go in any further than this point for as far as media goes. Now, just a couple of minutes ago, we were in Alumni Park and we saw it was completely cleared out. They moved out all the trash, all of the debris, those maintenance crews doing that, and they put up this wall, this metal fencing around it to ensure that this encampment doesn't come back again. Now, I want to go to some images we have from earlier this morning. This was anywhere between like 3 and 4 a.m. USC sending out an alert to the entire community saying their DPS, that's the officers with Department of Public Safety, and the assistance of LAPD officers is clearing the center of campus. They say if you are in the center of campus, please leave. People who don't leave could be arrested. Dozens of officers surrounding Alumni Park and slowly moving in to clear out the entire encampment. To our knowledge, there was no physical pushback on behalf of those protesters. The encampment made up of roughly dozens of occupiers, students, we believe mostly, some chanting, you can see there, Free Palestine, and refusing to leave in a quick manner. But ultimately, everyone walked out of the university. They were escorted by officers. This camp, roughly a week and a half old, it's the second time they cleared it, the first time resulting in 93 arrests. This morning, no arrests. Listen to one student journalist who was here covering that clearing out as it unfolded. Listen.
We saw, LAPD come in riot gear in black Suburbans hanging on the sides. That was first. Then DPS came in and we just started to see them line up kind of back here on the edge of Truesdale and just prepare to move in. And, we kind of just tried to watch what was happening. We were moved to the perimeter. We had very low visibility of what was happening. But we just saw groups of officers kind of come in and start to surround the encampment and slowly move in and alert the protesters that they had 15 minutes to leave. Many picked up their things, left on their own.
Now, over the weekend, we heard from the president of USC, Carol Folt. She said in a statement that finals conclude this Wednesday and our commencement ceremonies begin that day. And here on campus, I can tell you there has been a real push to sort of get everything in order for that commencement. We've seen event staff moving in with some tents, some chairs, all of that being set up for those commencement festivities that are going on and going to be happening this week. But we know that we're going to be hearing from the university today, later on, more detail about what happened overnight. But again, no arrests were made, and that encampment completely cleared out with those metal barriers around Alumni Park. This is still very much a closed campus. I was speaking to some students over here who are walking over to the Starbucks, the coffee shop on campus. They say nothing is really open. It's very much a dead around here, and so that is the intention, is just to make sure this remains calm and orderly as they try and bring things back to normal here at USC. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Rose, thank you so much for being out there this morning with the very latest. In developing news now overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet voting unanimously to close Al Jazeera's media operations in Israel, according to a government statement. The cabinet vote comes after Israel's parliament passed a law allowing the temporary closure in Israel of foreign broadcasters considered to be a threat to national security during the war against Hamas in Gaza. And back here at home in Long Beach, an investigation underway this morning after 7 people were injured in an overnight shooting outside a nightclub.
4 of the 7 injured remain in critical condition this morning. KTLA's Aaron Myers live in Long Beach with the latest on this investigation. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning to you both. Investigators were out here for hours, but they just cleared the scene. But the focus of their investigation appeared to be this parking lot in the shopping center behind me. They also had evidence markers in the street. This is South Street. That is where the club, though, is in that shopping center. There's also a laundromat and several other businesses. Now, in video, you see at least one man on a stretcher and a heavy police presence last night. We're told this all happened around 11:15. That's when the Long Beach Police Department responded to a shooting on South Street, not far from Paramount Boulevard. The Long Beach Police Department says at least 7 people were struck by gunfire, 4 people in critical condition, 3 others were said to have non-life-threatening injuries. There are several businesses, as I said, in the area on South Street, including that club. Officials did speak out earlier about what happened.
Approximately 7 victims were struck by gunfire. 3 were transported with non-life-threatening injuries, 4 in critical condition. All the victims either were transported by Long Beach Fire or self-transported to local hospitals. The circumstances leading up to the shooting are still under investigation. We're still actively looking into, talking to witnesses, collecting security camera footage to determine what led up to the shooting.
At this time, police say there isn't any information about a possible suspect or suspects. They say whoever is responsible fled the area before police arrived here on scene. Investigators also say they don't have a motive. They are still working on getting more information about what led up to this shooting. Residents in the area say this has them concerned.
I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move because I'm like, I could have been going to the store and it could have been me. It could have been little kids out here. It's about to be summertime, so it's not safe.
Once again, investigators have been talking to witnesses and are hoping anyone else who might know anything will come forward and contact the Long Beach Police Department. Reporting live here in Long Beach, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you both in Hollywood.
Aaron, thank you for that. A California highway patrol officer now in the hospital this morning after crashing during a chase in Ventura. This happened around 9 last night. CHP was in pursuit of a dark blue vehicle which crashed into a shed on Auto Mall Drive. A CHP Charger crashed at that same location and suffered major front-end damage. Crews took the officer to the hospital. A woman from the other vehicle is now under arrest, and this is all still under investigation.
All right, a busy morning. It's 9:08. Thanks for being with us. Casey, how's the weather?
Well, I've been outside and it's kind of chilly outside.
Okay.
And the winds are starting to pick up, so don't be surprised by that at all. A very chilly May day across Southern California today after that rain that we saw overnight. But you can see from the Doppler, not much appearing on here. Again, everyone will be dry as we head into the afternoon. Still seeing the clouds from our Mount Wilson camera, though, but sunshine in store. Nice clearing expected again over the next couple of hours. Downtown yesterday, 67 was the high. Normal for us is low 70s this time of year, and we will be warmer than that for most of this coming week. 34 degrees currently in Big Bear. It's 53 in Ontario, 58 in Fullerton, 58 for Oxnard as well, and 48 degrees right now in Lancaster. And everybody is cooler right now than this time yesterday. Look at Big Bear, 22 degrees cooler. Lancaster, 13 degrees cooler. You might not notice a difference for downtown Los Angeles, though, but air quality